Today, my intention is to elucidate a cinematic creation centered around the poignant narrative of the youngest combatant of World War II, aptly titled Soldier Boy. Caution, spoilers lie ahead, so tread carefully. The unfolding tale commences in Russia, where a familial trio relishes their moments by the river. Sergei Alyashkov, the youngest among them, regales his elder brother and mother with tales of his tree-climbing exploits. Abruptly, German fighter jets pierce the sky. The mother, sensing danger, instructs her children to seek refuge in the bushes. Undaunted, the 6-year-old Sergei, armed with a slingshot, defiantly targets the jets, astonishingly causing them to explode. Alas, upon surveying the aftermath, he discovers his family vanished. A jolt awakens Sergei from this vivid dream, prompting him to call for his mother. At his door, instead of his mother, a distressed neighbor informs him of his family's demise at the hands of German attackers. Overwhelmed, Sergei, refusing to comprehend the tragedy, wishes to await his mother's return. The neighbor urges him to flee, as approaching soldiers draw near. Spiriting Sergei through a window, she succumbs to gunfire, leaving the bereft 6-year-old to navigate a world without kin or allies. As he flees, his neighborhood ablaze, he futilely calls for his mother. Lost in the woods, he beseeches his absent mother. That night, parched, he drinks from a river only to encounter enemy soldiers. Swiftly hiding among tree roots, he confronts not only the soldiers but also a snake. Fearful yet resolute, Sergei prioritizes evading the soldiers over the serpent. Seizing their departure, he scavenges their leftovers, sustaining himself in the solitude of the night. However, wearied and malnourished after days of aimless wandering, he collapses but presses on. In his journey, Sergei encounters wild berries, only to be startled by an explosion behind him. Dizzy and hallucinating, he encounters an imagined presence, yet maintains his courage. The encounter concludes with his unconscious collapse. As he slumbers, 2 soldiers chance upon him, leading to a scene transition to a Russian army base. Commander Kuznetsov awaits his patrol, who arrive with a feeble and injured Sergei. The soldiers vouch for him, and the camaraderie with the little boy begins. The initially reserved commander warms to Sergei, who, under the care of nurse Katya, charms everyone. Sergei, enamored with the commander's gun, bonds with the soldiers, becoming a source of joy and distraction. Katya proposes letting Sergei stay with the battalion, but the commander, concerned for the child's safety, contemplates an orphanage. Despite this, soldiers shower affection on Sergei, who, in turn, introduces himself to the commander. The commander's stance softens, and Sergei is unofficially adopted by the battalion. This newfound family offers solace to Sergei, who receives care, food, and camaraderie. A soldier pleads with the commander to allow Sergei to stay permanently, highlighting the emotional connection forged. The commander, however, persists in the plan to send Sergei to an orphanage. When an enemy attack occurs, and soldiers are wounded, the commander decides to execute the original plan. In a heartfelt moment, Sergei, fearing for the commander's safety, embraces him, prompting a change of heart. The commander declares Sergei his son, and the soldiers rejoice, preparing soldier attire for him. As Sergei runs around in his new role as little soldier boy, a German air attack ensues. The soldiers safeguard Sergei while engaging the enemy. His desire to contribute leads him to provide water to the thirsty soldiers. Illiterate but compassionate, he lightens the wounded soldiers' spirits by improvising cheerful tales while reading their letters. Meanwhile, a subtle attraction blossoms between Commander Kuznetsov and Katya. Sergei, embracing his role as an orderly, learns the significance of paying respects to fallen soldiers. Assigned the task of distributing letters, Sergei efficiently completes the duty, endearing himself to the soldiers. He uncovers German spies, showcasing his sharp intellect and garnering praise. The commander presents Sergei with adoption papers, formalizing their father-son bond. Sergei, sensing the commander's affection for Katya, attempts to facilitate their union but misinterprets her interaction with another man. The Germans launch another attack, and Sergei actively supports the soldiers, even fixing communication wires during a crisis. His bravery averts disaster, earning the battalion accolades. The commander finally confesses his love to Katya, proposing her as Sergei's mother. The joyous revelation is interrupted by orders for relocation. On the journey, a minefield explosion results in casualties, including the orderly Sergei was close to. Despite the loss, the battalion, now joined by the general, proceeds to the new base. Sergei's remarkable intelligence earns commendation, and the division is awarded a guard's banner. Sergei promises to defend his country when bestowed with a badge. In the brutal assault on their base, Sergei, with the soldiers' help, rescues the commander trapped in the ruins. The next day, Sergei tends to the injured commander, solidifying his role in the team. Bereft of a biological family, Sergei becomes an integral part of the soldiers' war journey, accompanying them to various bases. The film concludes with the regiment moving to yet another base. A background narration emphasizes Sergei's participation in the Stalingrad battle, his journey to Poland, and his recognition as the world's youngest soldier, immortalizing his legendary bravery. To stay updated on content like this, subscribe, turn on notifications, and show your support by leaving a like. Thank you for watching.